Y'all need to realize that high school was a period where all of your friends, everybody you knew, came to the same building every single day. It was a privilege none of us knew we had until we left. Do y'all remember the last day of high school and realizing that? We all realized it on our last day of high school. You had that damn this is it feeling. Do you know what you was thinking about? This is the very last moment of childhood in your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the MalloryBros podcast. This is episode 234. This is the snowed-in edition of this podcast. Terrance, as y'all saw in his Instagram story, maybe you did, maybe you did not. I didn't bring him his shovel, therefore he could not shovel his driveway out to come here early this morning for the podcast so we can shoot. So we're doing a late night episode over stream. But Terrance, welcome, sir. This is the 234 episode, which is the what episode? Do we know?
Hopefully in the morning, the next day. You can hear me? Hopefully the next day in the morning, tomorrow, it's a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Chill. But right now, the weather out here is definitely nuts. It's Sunny's first snow, but it's also A-Train's kind of first East Coast snow. So there's a lot of like, let's go outside in the snow and let's go and check out the snow. It's dope. But I also have the man itch. You know what that is? A-Train woke up and she was like, yo, let's go and look in the snow. Let's go and look in the snow and all of that. And I said, all right, bet. But when I'm about to shovel this driveway, let me tell you something. Fellas, you shouldn't have an unshoveled driveway past 12 o'clock. Otherwise, you need to start explaining what's going on in the crib.
Agree.
And look, maybe we start with that, Terrell, because there's certain man things that, like, put it like this, Terrell. You're going to bed, right? If I go in your kitchen, you're a grown-ass man with your own crib, Terrell.
I am.
I go in your kitchen, right? End of your night. Look in your trash can. Is there trash in there?
There's not. Now, I keep it a thou wow. I keep it a thou wow. If that's my new thing now, I've been saying, I don't know why. If it's not above half.
Wow.
If I don't know why I keep saying it, and I don't even I'm like, who is this guy? Like I was watching the video myself, I was like, is that me saying that? Anyway, if the trash not past half, I'll leave it. We got the stainless steel joint that keep the smells in joint though. So
I'm not here to look. You ain't gotta explain your whatever because this is the point. You as a man know that if you go to bed, Terrell, you know this. If you go to bed and you wake up in the morning and that trash can is full of trash, you gonna get hit in your chest. Some of you don't, and it's an issue. The same way some of you woke up. If you're on the East Coast, I got smoke for you. If you woke up and didn't get your ass out there and get that driveway shovel, what the hell? How did you get to your whip? And don't let it be a house that you ain't paying for, and you live there. You should have your. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you got it.
You should have your black ass up, or whatever ass you are up, and take your ass outside and shovel the driveway. The same way they tell you need to be cooking meals. You need to be fellas. This is for the fellas, ladies.
Terrance, okay.
My Sonny B will never touch a shovel. I looked up at my Sonny B in the window while I was shoveling and I said, I will bust my ass and break my back so she will always look down from that window at me doing this. Oh, until baby bro pops out, his ass will be out there doing it. And then with me and Sonny, it'll be in the window. But look, this is about becoming a man, Terrell. Think about it.
You're right, though. Because I'll tell you this, and Gia tell you, when the trash man come in the morning, like tomorrow, think about it, T. We both got to go to the pod and do what? Put that damn trash out in the snow.
If, if they even come.
But you got to prepare for them to come. That's the thing. You grew up, your father raised you. You already know what he would say. You in the house right now, 16. We probably ain't got to take the trash out because of the snow. This motherfucker going to come down them steps and tell you, you take them trash out because the trash man going to come tomorrow. Anyway, that ain't even my point. My point is, when the trash man come, you should have collected your cans by 12 o'clock, by 1 o'clock. Your trash can still down at the bottom of the driveway, turned over, and it's 3 o'clock, and you home, you should be embarrassed. That's just me.
I was in Seattle. I told A-Train that. I said, look, at a certain point, I need to go get the trash cans from the curb.
No, yeah.
You have to make that a thing. Hey, yo, I actually need that. That's why I was telling you. I'm on her because, look, she want to, we making content. You know, we getting the memories, Sonny's first Christmas. All of it is way more important than my male ego. But I can't lie. There is a part of me that's like, yeah, don't worry. We get ready to get out there, shovel. You know, I don't know why I have this. I feel like there's a spotlight, like, look at this motherfucker.
Uh-huh. Excuse me.
You know what I think about?
You know what it is, T?
Needing to go out or A-Train needing to get somewhere. I go out and I'm going in my driveway spinning. And then they come out needing to help me. And you know what they say? Why didn't you shovel your drive? All right, come on.
Oh, man. But you know what, T? That's one of the cool things, and this for everybody listening, like, we went from apartments to houses now. So, like, Terrance is in the house, I'm in the house. So, we didn't have driveways before. We were in parking garages. So, it's different. It's like, we ain't had trash cans before. We had trash chutes. So, it's a little bit different for us. So, y'all get to see kind of how...
Boy, do I miss my trash.
Our lives are changed. That's why this whole conversation even exists, because we both new to doing this. But not new because you was raised doing this. You look like... I don't know what it is about your setup, but you look like...
I look like I'm on a Spike Lee doc, right? Do y'all know how I met Spike?
You do. You got a real documentary, but for a HBCU look.
Yeah.
You look real like...
I love this look, bro. And y'all
actually
like, yo,
I fuck with the look.
Looking at
you can put them together.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm that one with the camera. It used to be Terrell, but now it's me.
I don't like this.
The one with the camera where he was like spiffy. Terrell was a cinematographer when we was in college. Now
still am. Terrance, you see this?
The cinematographer.
You see what that is right there?
It looks like an ashtray from here.
It's not an ashtray, bitch ass nigga.
He had to move his candle crab.
I'm still subscribed.
Yeah.
10 fucking years I've been subscribed. I was getting the digital ones. I just switched over to like 7 months ago to get the these because I knew I was gonna get this space.
Show them another one, bro. Show them another one so they see another one.
Dope. First of all, it's American Cinematographer Magazine. I'm not sponsored, but like if you're into like how like movies are filmed, look at this. They'll show you like straight up like that's like on set. Like it's dope. It's to just tell you how everything was shot. If they shot on certain film, if they shot on like certain location, this was shot here. They used these lenses. They might have shot Alexa Mini Cam and went Cook S4. Like it's a lot. It's nerdy shit. Nobody cares. I'm a nerd, whatever. But
you know how your girl showed
all that bullshit you talking about your image? Your image does look very nice. And I'll tell you though, but who showed you how to do that?
What you mean showed me how to do what?
I showed you how to do that image you got right there, sir.
When?
Try podcast episode where I had on the Bottega. Fuck out of here.
What you talking about? This nigga talking recent. I know he's definitely not accurate now. You didn't teach me anything recent. You talking about back in the film school days?
Terrance, no, I'm talking about you wasn't doing that look right there. You know what? This is redundant.
You see?
This is redundant. It's not point.
Officer Hoyt.
Let me ask you this.
Did you see Shannon get caught up like shit?
Terrance, oh my God, so funny. He hit a young. He got caught up, but you could tell he wasn't ready for that. But let me ask you this, Brody. Weekend recap.
And it was his
shit.
own brother. Damn. Go ahead.
Weekend recap. How did you bring in the new year? It's the first podcast of the new year, episode 234. Big shout out to everybody in Northeastern Ohio. So Akron, Canton, Youngstown. Shout out to
I got
y'all.
Ohio State on that. I got Ohio State money right now.
Shout out to everybody in Summit, Stark, Mahoning, Trumbull, Medina, Wayne, Holmes, counties. Can you imagine the nigga say this? Shout out to the 301, the episode 301. Shout out to the niggas in Maryland. You know, if you're from Prince George's County, you would be like, nigga, know his shit.
Yeah.
But Brody, how did you bring in the new year?
New year was dope, man. Of course, New Year with the new fam. We brought it in at the crib, and I was going to say it was so dope to see everybody else in unison, at least in my community, what I seen. Everybody brought the new year in the house, it seemed like. Nobody was super anxious to go out and be in the world and put themselves in harm's way, for the new year. And I'm only saying that not because of the bullshit that happened on New Year, y'all. I'm not being petty. I'm only saying that because it is a known thing that when you go out on New Year's Day, it's a little dangerous. People are known to like drink and drive, and it's a known thing. Oh, you was out for New Year's and it was 3 a.m. and you was just going home, and then this drunk idiot. That's why people always say, be careful when you're going out on New Year's. So for us, we felt totally fine staying inside. Plus, we have a 3-month-old baby, so we are not going to anybody's turn up unless it's a baby turn up. They have a baby bassinet that she can go into when it's time for her to go into. Look, that's not gonna happen. So look, bro, of course, and honestly, I'm gonna keep it a stat. It was a very dark New Year's. This was one of the first New Year's where I went up the steps to A Train and said, "Yo, it's 11:48. Let's go down and turn." We ain't have music playing. We did end up A Train pop some champagne. So
y'all had a night. Y'all
don't realize like the New Year's is a very special time for me and A Train. Last year around this time is when, we made Sunny. And I remember the 29th through the 1st was just a bunch of fucking drinking, moving. We had just came back from Seattle. So definitely a change of pace this year.
I remember y'all used to be wild. I came over one day, this motherfucker picks up a glass bottle that brought, and he was like, we keeping Henny in here, or whatever they had in there. They used to be some drinking motherfuckers.
Migos in that joint. The Costco Migos. If you go to Costco and just get the big tall ass joint of tequila, A Train calls it
Costco Migos.
Bro, the first time I went to Seattle, I ain't even peeped that she had her own glass thing. Y'all see how I got this water? Imagine I said, oh yeah, I just put Henny in this. It's Henny, right? You go and pour it. It ain't Hennessy. It's Costco with. What is Hennessy? It's not whiskey. I'm tripping. Oh, don't say it, Terrell. It's cognac. This is
tequila.
Costco cognac.
It's tequila.
Right? I'm talking about Hennessy though.
Oh, okay.
But all right, but basically, yeah. I was drunk as fuck, and I said, "Yo, Casamigos is crazy." I remember saying, "Yo, Casamigos is crazy." We had a crazy night, whatever. Then I remember like the next day, I remember finding this big ass thing of half empty Costco. I said, yo, Costco sells tequila? A Train was like, what do you think you were on another night? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was on Casamigos. Where's the Casamigos bottle? She was like, oh no, I said Costco Migos. Oh, hell no. I didn't know I was drinking that. I didn't know I was drinking that.
Lawsuit.
Either way, bro, long story less long. This year was a complete change of pace from that madness last year. Remember, Terrell, we used to be at Mexico? We used to just be at this restaurant called Mexico. Me and An used to get right at that joint.
Uh-huh. Y'all did.
I was young and I'm a kid anymore, but Sunday.
Don't it feel like forever ago?
Again. What?
I said, don't it feel like forever ago?
I don't like how this brolic nigga's not in the room with me. Y'all know why? Because he keep talking while I'm talking.
He's about to get up.
Come on, Terrell.
I'll say though, Hold on, wait. I brought in my New Year. At the crib as well. We was on some chill. We didn't really do anything. You kind of hit the nail on the head where it was like we didn't really have plans. Didn't go out, bro. We didn't turn the ball drop on until 11:57. We was like, fuck looking at who the fuck looking at Rita Ora and them for 70 minutes. Interviewing random folks. We said, fuck that. We turned it on like 11:57. Oh, my bad.
You watched the ball drop, and we watched the ball drop too. So I want to say this and then let you finish. That song that they played right before the ball drop was the saddest shit ever to hear while bringing
We turned from CNN. Bro, we turned from them and went right over to ABC. They were playing that somber shit. We was like, this isn't how we want to bring the new year in. Fuck out of here. I don't know who that was that sang that song or why she sang it at that time. Wasn't the time for that.
Be negative. I'm like sitting there like, yo, y'all don't think this is a little. And
Brody,
then
the funniest.
Me and A-Train, you know, yo. Go ahead, Terry.
Nah, yeah, we turned that shit, bro. Turned it right off. But we brought the new year in. It's funny because last year we went in Crew's room. He was sleeping. He was 6 months because a year ago. He was 6 months. We went in his room and had a moment. Oh, he's sleeping. Happy New Year. And then creep out. When Crew go to sleep now, bro, I like his room is across this wall right here, so I'm like on edge, but like I tiptoe past his fucking room. Now,
yeah,
can't fuck with him. Didn't go over. Said Happy New Year to you in the morning, sir. And before you went down,
I
Brody,
saw.
the fun.
Go ahead.
Hold on, let me tell you the story. The funniest shit happened to me, and I forgot to tell it on the podcast. But it happened to me at the mall before Christmas. I go into what they call. Was it Foot Locker? Because I think the nigga worked for House of Hoops. I'm in that joint looking for. I was thinking about getting Sonny a pair of shoes, but I was real last minute with it. So normally I would order, but it's let me put you back up so I can see you. It's Christmas Eve. So it's a Christmas Eve. You know Christmas Eve, you ain't supposed to be out anyway. No, I'm sorry, it was the 23rd. You ain't supposed to be out on the 23rd anyway, shopping. Everybody out here is trying to get what's in stock. I don't want to ship it home. If you ain't got it, cool. I was going to get Sonny these little forces, but they had like little frillies on the back. Anyway, they didn't have them. So I'm standing in the back. Nigga comes from the back and goes, you look familiar. Niggas holding 3 boxes of shoes. 1, 2, 3. You look familiar. I'll be right back. So I'm like, now I feel.
He was from.
If a nigga says, first of all, I don't know you. He says, I'll be right back. Now I feel hostage. Because I'm like, obviously the nigga's coming back because he recognized me. I don't know if he knew me from the pod or from YouTube or if he know me from high school, Best Buy. I don't know. So the nigga comes back and says, it's so crazy because aren't you on like a podcast? I said, I am. Me and my brother. He was like, but it's only one of y'all sometime. And I'm like, sure, because I do AOT. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what he's talking about. The nigga says, it's crazy. I always, I've been a Panthers fan my whole life. So, I always try to keep up with it. But the Cam Newton podcast. I'm like, no. What the fuck? So, long story, less long. Whoever we look like on the Cam Newton podcast. Whoever we
bad forever. Huh? Oh yeah, no, we have our own podcast. You really look like a bum ass nigga now because you're not him.
I went from feeling this tall to feeling like, oh, not only am I not him or whoever this person is, right? Shout out to bruh if we look like him or whatever. But I felt completely small again in that moment. Like, yeah, we also do a podcast and we also have a sports one.
So why
fucking embarrassing.
Watch ya? And look, and then you really felt small because you needed help and you was getting some cheap ass shoes. Yeah, we gonna get the forces. This
broke ass nigga ain't got no motion.
I knew it was him.
Brody, all right, bet. We gotta move forward. Let's get to some shit. I will 100% bring you a shovel tomorrow, Brody. 100%. If I can get out.
When he can get to me because there's no snow.
I guess bro, that shit has not stopped. I think that shit is still going.
It is, bro. And honestly, my shovel out there, that little graveyard shovel that I was using. For those who don't know,
you got the whole joint. You got the whole front done with that,
bro. Yes. For those who don't know, Terrell said he was going to give me a shovel, but he's had this shovel for like 2 months. Yo, bro, I just got these shovels. Yo, it's about to snow soon. One of these days you gonna need it. Well, guess what? The
day came
over and over, and in the biggest damn snowstorm on the East Coast happens, the most we've had in, they said, a long time, years. I'm out there with the whole zero shovel.
Nah, yeah, that looked like the short putt joint.
And then the snow was getting stuck to the joint, so I gotta look. I gotta catch it, and then I gotta scoop, and then God, with that,
they don't got them ridges. I'm actually about to finish this podcast, bro, and off the late night type shit, I'm gonna go out there and try to shovel out that space for G get back in the morning.
Man, I'm telling you.
So
see, that's man shit right there. He didn't say he was getting ready to play 2K.
And I gotta put my trash cans out, but I might come back and hop on the game.
First thing I want to talk about is to me it's the funniest trending, not a story, but just LiAngelo Ball dropped a song. I think it's called Tweakers, right, Terrell?
Tweaking.
It's going by G3. Tweaking?
Mm-hmm. It's called Tweaking, yeah. No, I'm sorry, Tweaker. Tweaker, you're right. Did you say Tweaker?
I said Tweakers.
Tweaker is what it's called, yeah. My bad.
I've only heard the track one time. And honestly,
really?
I've only heard it. Well, I mean, in total, I've heard it on, like, I've seen it on clips and stuff like that, but I only listened to it, press play and listen to it full only once. But bro, it's only been like a day or two that I've seen it.
Nah, yeah, it came out on the 3rd.
Yeah. So like, one thing I do want to talk about with this song is like, I'm in the middle of, do people like this song? Or is it like you know how we laugh with somebody to success? Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Ha ha, somebody to a check and a bag and a deal. Like, and the only reason why I say that is because when I first started seeing this song, it was used in such a funny ass way. Terrell, the clip you sent me of the dudes in the wire that pulled up and was looking at him, and it was that was the most perfect use of that song, bro. It's like the song it's not bad at all, bro. When I listen to it, like, bro, when you listen to
Terrance, I love the song.
That joint is.
I love the song. I'm an NBA young boy. I'm a drill NBA young boy fan. Like, I heard, you know what I'm saying?
Boom.
I like young boy. I don't like when young boy does the singing that a lot of people like. Like Casey Talk, as popular as like that whole album was, it wasn't my favorite. My favorite young boy is when he's talking shit and it's like some super drilly shit that sounds similar to the beat that Gelo used. And I think that's why I initially fucked with it. But this don't feel like Blueface, bro. It don't feel like this shit is a joke, like Ice JJ Fish type shit. Or like, okay, he don't have talent, but we just gonna laugh at this shit and now he's famous. Like Blueface was not great. He was ass, but it was funny because of the bust down Tatiana. I want to see you bust down. That nigga's really trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the moment took him there. With Gelo, why do it feel like it's not like nobody's talking about Gelo for real? We talking about how this nigga made a song that's actually alright. That's what I see. I see people say, man, I don't really give a fuck. But I see way more people saying, yo, this joint actually kind of fire. NBA locker rooms playing that joint. NFL locker rooms after yesterday playing that joint.
It's nostalgic, the song. Right?
It is. It feels like something from back in the day. Not back in the day, but like when Johnson Family Vacation came out. and Cedric was driving the big Navigator, this feel like something he would be playing out of that joint.
Let's keep it a stack. Can we be very honest, everybody, right here, right now?
You don't like the song.
No. Ask me if I like a song by Exhibit. I might say I love that song. Like, there are songs from Midnight Club. There are songs from Def Jam Vendetta. There are songs from even like, sure, let me think of a song.
Vendetta.
Yeah, Def Jam Vendetta. Like songs that like, I know, damn, you only gonna hear this. Hey, look, we will never get enough. So you, look, breathe in, breathe out. If you play Fight Night Round 3, that soundtrack, you're never gonna get it. All of them songs,
Yeah.
you'll only hear them joints on the
Street
game.
Volume 3. Remember the Street Volume 3 soundtrack on the PSP?
Bro, all I'm gonna say is this. There's nothing wrong with liking the song. Everybody can like the song. My thing is, they talking about LiAngelo Ball is literally getting ready to outstream Lil Baby. And because he's got like 2 million streams or some shit for this one track. Not totally, but like his one single saying 2 million, and then you see Baby says like all them other joints, but I mean, still good numbers for Baby, and we're gonna talk about him. But Brody, the only thing that I really want to say is I feel like what we're seeing with this is people thought it was funny at first, and then playing the song was like, hey, did you see that funny? Did you see it's not funny, but it's like people were streaming it because of the joke.
Oh, Terrance, what do you think about it? What do you think? You making me feel like you keep going back to, we were streaming it because it was a joke. Like, it was literally funny. And then you're not saying you like it. You saying, look, it's about to break the streaming record.
Because
I'm peeking through all of this shit and asking you, what did you think? You talking in code like shit.
No, I'm not.
What did you think?
I just told you, if you ask me if I like a song by Exhibit from like 2008, I'll say I like it. I like the LiAngelo Ball song, but do I think this is the start of a promising music career? Not saying it needed to be. I'm just saying I think it's funny that the niggas' numbers ran up so crazy. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up to is because I just think what we're seeing now is like, you don't really need even your song to be good for real. You don't need your song to be, like y'all said, we're letting the party die, right? Because hip hop is trash, and people are making this song is clearly just fun, and people are enjoying it. And look at the streams going crazy. So when we talk about music, this was my main point, Terrell. I think it's crazy that the nigga is the Ball brother is competing with Lil Baby on the charts, all because he
made a good song. He made a good song.
Terrell, I don't like how you really trying to juxtaposition me into being a hater because you don't want to talk about the truth, which is, bro, he made a trendy song. More than I'll say the song is so fire, because I swear to God, if it was another nigga who played this, some nigga from your barbershop played the exact same song, you niggas would not say it was good. Yeah, you can't say that Gelo.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Say that nigga does not have influence on why you like the song, bro. And I'm not hating.
I don't know anything about the Ball brothers. I'm not like you. I didn't watch these niggas in high school. I didn't give a fuck about Mello. I didn't give a fuck about none of them. I didn't even learn about these niggas until I learned about LeVar. I'm like, y'all gotta think about it. I'm not an NBA guy for real. So I didn't really keep up with the Ball brothers. So I didn't really have any reason to like the song. I liked it because it was a moment. And Terrance, please. Because this is my thing with you. What
you want
the
me
song?
To be a hater so bad.
I'm not making you a hater. I'm not.
The song is trending, y'all. I'm
not making you a hater. I'm making you a hater. But you can say you don't like the joint.
No,
you tried to say
like it.
I don't think you like it.
I'm not about to sit here and act like I don't see the games being played in the industry right now. We like this song because it was funny as shit. Terrell, you mean to tell me what song?
My elbow action? Go ahead.
What song from think about the memes that were being used for that song. And then you sitting here telling me, "Oh wow, he don't like the song." Oh, this, bro. We was just laughing at the song, and now we kind of realize, yo, the joint actually kind of slap when you put your nostalgia headphones.
Yeah, but I
All
feel
I'm saying,
like that. But that is music today. Music is not, oh, he made a great rap song. It's he made something that would trend. And y'all,
Terrell,
look at this motherfucker
you
next to
are
me.
the most
Ted, look at
hated ass nigga of
Ted.
all songs that are fun. You are
But
the
this my
most.
thing.
Oh, I don't
That's my
like it. I
point.
gotta tell you,
That's
like,
my point. My point is the fact that this nigga sitting here trying to tell y'all, yeah, we were just laughing that it was funny and like he's going number one. Oh my God, he didn't say shit. When Future went number one with Mixtape Pluto and the most
real.
talked about record from that album, G3 is a rapper. I'm calling
Let me
niggas about rap
respond after
name.
you done. Let me
We were
respond after
just
you done.
talk. Okay, bet. I'll just say this and then you can go. What do you have to say to a nigga like me that feel like, oh, okay, why are we so concerned with the fact that Gelo's song is gimmicky when that is the industry? I.e., I was just told via my mixtape Pluto reaction that when Future saying flipping a brick, yeah, started to get it. Not even saying words, at least Gelo was saying he was gonna swerve up off that corner. Whoa.
Whoa.
Y'all was told that, yeah, you'll get it. You just think it too hard. You always worried about this. You just need to listen to it for what it is. Why is it not this now? Why are we hyper focused now on the fact that it's Gelo and it was memes and it was this? Why can't we just say it was a gimmick like all music is today? All these niggas do that.
Because
Y'all favorites do it.
Nobody was putting Plutowski over 2001 The Wire clips. You couldn't take Plutowski and say, yo, this shit sound like some shit from, you know what I'm saying? Midnight
Okay, so
Club.
it was gimmicky in a different way.
Beginning, when we were introduced to the song, I wasn't introduced to the song like, yo, this song's so fire. Listen to this. It was a joke that I heard first. And then we all kind of said, yo, we laughing, but the joint actually fire. It's one of those joints like Old Town Road. Remember Old Town Road? We was like, yo, the joint fire. But we all had to kind of realize that, does this mean Lil Nas X is getting ready to come out with a bunch of these? And this is getting ready to be the start of a great music career? I feel like we fell for that before.
He ended up putting out a couple more hits after that. Just saying.
I'm not sitting here saying that I am not thinking that he's capable of doing this. All I was literally trying to say, bro, is it's crazy that you could literally have some buzz on social media and in no time, no matter who you are, I feel like you could compete with a big dog like Lil Baby. If I told you 2 weeks ago or 3 or 4 weeks ago, when that clip that was going around of Gelo and Lonzo, where Lonzo had to keep it real with him, did y'all see that clip? He said he don't want to hear this, but he need to stop doing this whatever shit, and he need to go to the G League. If you want to go to the league, you're not just gonna get your opportunity. You need to go to the G League. He was
That's
talking
what they
to
told him
Gelo,
about.
and bro,
Go ahead.
niggas started looking down on Gelo after that clip, because niggas start feeling like, oh, he don't know what to do with his life or whatever, because his two brothers are in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like he's trying to get there. Brody, if I told you that in 4 weeks he would be competing with Lil Baby in the charts and have a crazy song that we all fuck with, I don't know if you would think that it would sound like what we're playing. You know what I mean? Like, that's my only point with y'all, especially Terrell. Like,
Terrance, I'm looking at the chart, and Tweaker
I'm
is
not
40th.
saying that he's gonna go number one. I'm just saying
You made it seem like he was competing with Baby.
he is. The charts that I seen, he's not about to compete with Baby album sales, but look at how many streams Baby's one songs be having versus this one.
I mean, yeah, he's doing better than Outfit. Nobody gave a fuck about that song. But you know what, Terrance? You are correct about how
He's
you can
literally nobody.
He's not nobody, though. The nigga married the chick from Baddies, didn't he?
No, I mean musically. You know how many people, bruh, you know how many people could put a song out and they're known? What he is doing is literally one of a kind, and that's literally all I'm saying. And you trying to make it look like I'm hating. I'm saying what he doing is crazy, bro.
But
That's
you
it.
discounting the fact that he already is kind of has some fame. You're not getting in NBA locker rooms from Twitter memes. Well, you know what? You actually are. I'm not gonna say that. In
That's
2025,
literally my point.
you
Yes,
are.
you are.
But
That's my.
I think him being
This
a
song is
ball
not
brother,
popping without NBA Twitter. Period. This song is not
nobody
popping without NBA Twitter.
nobody hears the song and it's not a meme if it's not Gelo. Because the whole meme about it being old and sounding older and being from back in the day comes back to the fact that he made it. If a random nigga made this song, we would not be talking about it.
And that is literally my only point. That you
Terrance, no, you said your point was you can be nobody and have a song. My point is that it wasn't a nobody that had this
that
song.
wasn't my point. My point is this nigga is not a rapper, period. He's not a rapper. You were not expecting to like a LiAngelo Ball song in 2025. You were not expect that was not in your bingo card. It wasn't.
It wasn't, but I'm not going to say he's not a rapper.
I'm not going to say that he's not a rapper, but I mean, come on, bro.
Terrance, he got hella EPs and singles that he put out last year. Obviously, the nigga rap.
I mean, bro. You know what I mean? Come on. There's plenty of rappers you can pull up EPs and shit they've done. We just talking like,
and they're rappers.
If they are rappers. Who was LiAngelo Ball a month ago? You know what you would have said, Terrell. You wouldn't have said rapper. That's my only point.
You're right. No, you're right. He's not known as a rapper.
My only point is that the shit was so funny on NBA Twitter. It did start as a meme. I mean, of course, the niggas making real music. But, like, I feel like the national buzz, I feel like all of us kind of was like, yo, this joint was funny, but then we found out it was actually fire. And I don't think that that's hating to acknowledge that. You didn't hear the song from, oh, he dropped, oh, I'm about to go tap in because everybody's saying it's fire. You saw the memes first. Terrell was the main one sending me memes. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason I'm saying this.
And the reason why I like it is because of the memes first. It was a group thing. This was definitely like I like this because everybody on Twitter was hyping it, and it's actually kind of It's nothing crazy though. I wouldn't go crazy and say this is me admitting that it's kind of like one of those. Oh, this was funny to everybody on Twitter, so I'm in toleration of it.
Do you see how I was saying earlier about how we will take a moment like this, but then we will make a motherfucker number one, make somebody feel like they are a prime, artist, bro. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like we've seen it happen where it's like, damn, we actually selling a lot to this guy.
Motherfucker was just malfunctioning over that joint. Terrance, you just turned all types of green. I will say this, Terrance. It is crazy that he's on the global 100 joint from social media. But I feel like in 2025, that shouldn't be shocking that somebody was able to gain crazy random success from some bullshit they did online. I feel like it's the most surprisingest thing about this generation that we in. It happens so often that it's just another one to add to the list at this point,
And that's why I say we have to be careful because we see so much short-term success, but bro, we don't be acting like that. We don't talk like that either. The way you talking and saying, oh, okay, yeah, this is common. Bro, people definitely not looking at it like that. And he himself ain't looking at it like, oh, okay, it's whatever. We really be seeing people go viral. I don't think that bro is going viral more for his song being this great song that we all just hear and love versus, and this is just my opinion, it sounds like hate, y'all. I feel like it's like a dope item. It's like seeing everybody wearing a shirt, so he wearing it. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown in the what's the name after the Lions game playing it. Are you doing that because you love the song or because you have Twitter like everybody else?
You want to wave.
Saw the jokes. So my thing is this, Terrell. It's nothing wrong with Amon-Ra playing it or anybody playing it. I just be thinking about the fact that LiAngelo Ball is going to say, nigga, my streams is going crazy because my song is legit. Terrell, didn't we just talk about this like 2 weeks ago where we was like, yo, people be getting like, people think they'll get a result, but think, oh, this is because of this, but it's really because of something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Now, Terrance,
yeah,
what if his next song that he put out, because
it's
Mello
fine.
said he got another one, and that sounds like a banger. What's the difference between Gelo and like a Bobby Shmurda?
Nothing.
What's hot? Let me
Nothing.
ask you. Hot nigga, but Bobby Shmurda is a rapper.
Except he's probably more well off because he didn't just get known from a song.
Hot nigga. This might be a very controversial take. New York niggas probably not gonna like this. Hot nigga was a cool thing
Oh my
because
goodness. Hot nigga and this song is the most perfect example. That is the most perfect example, Terrell. Because Hot nigga
think
is
about
great.
it. Hot nigga was like the
It was
hat
great.
toss, but the song wasn't an amazing,
supported
crazy
the
song.
moment.
But it did just enough, and everybody knew when this song come on, we can do the bitch caught our body about a week ago dance.
Oh yeah.
He had Bobby bitch after that, and we was like, the nigga's getting ready to be a superstar. But as you can see, when
Bobby came out years later.
he went to jail for
Bobby
years. We thought he
died.
was coming home with that same talent. He came home and we realized, you know what? Hot
was
nigga was actually a moment. Bobby bitch felt like it was going to be different for your career, but maybe not. And this could happen with Gelo. But why put that on him? I hope this nigga becomes I hope he becomes the next.
Look at Bobby Shmurda now. We made that nigga a super, not a superstar, but we literally, I mean, and he kind of fucked it off.
He gave us that moment though. He gave us that bitch caught our body about a week ago. We enjoyed that moment. You did the dance at Sinead wedding. I remember you out there.
I don't remember doing that.
Terrance, 100%. You 100% did.
Look, you know what? I'm not gonna hate because Hot Nigga was a moment. The moment was the moment. You're right. Only reason why I say it's a perfect example is because you are 100% capable of just. It seems like the chips fall. I want you to imagine that LiAngelo Ball dropped this song, and then 2 days later, Kendrick Lamar dropped something. Like it's so easy for you to drop something at the wrong time, but then you have moments like this with LiAngelo Ball. Is my only point where you actually drop this joint at the most perfect time, to where it caught a crazy buzz for whatever reason, and now, like you said, now he can put out another song or another track and run with the momentum from this. And it could all have been
if it's good, what if he? But there's also the potential, and I don't want to stay on this. I feel like we've been talking about him forever. But it's also potential for him, Terrance, for that song to be good, and he keep dropping bangers. You be acting like that's not a possibility, and like he's gonna be Bobby Shmurda.
I'm looking at this nigga the same way that I looked at Bobby Shmurda, and look what happened with Bobby Shmurda. It's like, it's funny you're telling me this, but then you bring up Bobby Shmurda, but you didn't think that. You didn't think, hold up, wait, what if Bobby Shmurda keeps coming with bangers? You were even back then were like,
niggas did think that.
Hot nigga was cool, but we gotta see. Now you telling me
because see, what I'm saying is we all was blinded by Bobby bitch. When Bobby bitch was announced, that little snippet, we was all blinded by that. We thought he was gonna be a superstar.
How do you know you're not blinded by one track?
My point is that maybe we are, but there's also a possibility that the nigga could have just unearthed his true calling.
I feel like we're making the same point, because that's literally my point, which is that maybe, like, I'm not saying he's not going to be successful. I was just saying it's crazy that the nigga.
No, Terrance, I'm saying
social media. I'm not saying he's going to be Bobby Shmurda or anything. Is the potential there? Yeah. But the potential's there the same way the potential was there for Bobby Shmurda for him to drop whatever. I think it's going too far because you're trying to make me look like a hater, and I'm not. You're trying to look like I'm counting bro out.
I can only respond to the things you say. Nobody's painting you away. You're coming off away because of you, not because of me. Nah. That's how you like to pre-blame me for when people call you a hater. You like to say, see, because Terrell, I didn't say anything. I'm just going off what you saying.
All I said was that I said I liked the song, and you said, oh, no, I think I'm hearing something. Because why? Because I didn't say I immediately loved it, because I said the truth, which is the reason why we even heard the song was because of a joke. And you acting like I'm hating because I said that, when you the nigga who sent me the joke. I'm laughing.
I like the jokes. I like the jokes and the song.
Terrell, but you see, so do I. But that's the reason why I think, okay, Do we love the song because LiAngelo Ball makes bangers? Or
I'm not
did
gonna let
he
you
happen to have a funny... That's why I said, see, we're going to have to wait and see. And like you said, it could be either or. It could be either
Put your
or.
thoughts
He
in
could
the
be making
comments.
bangers or he could have just had a funny joint.
Put your thoughts in the comments. Do you think LiAngelo next joint gonna be a banger and then he's gonna have a sustainable career? Do you think this motherfucker's about to be a one and done and this is just some meme shit? Do you think, what y'all think? Just put y'all thoughts in the comments. We're leaving this
And to me,
because
y'all, I was never trying to say what I thought about that. All I was saying was that it's crazy that the nigga is able to get this much, you know, exposure for his track from like a social media buzz.
we mentioned Baby, so we might as well talk about him, his album. Big shout out to everybody in the Realest 9 that got the to see our reaction to his album, along with the scissor that's up there now. Check that out. But the question is, did Lil Baby beat the fall off allegations with this album? Wham! He's looking at doing around 125,000 first week, something like that. Bunny will probably get number one because I've heard Bunny did it again. But we listened to the album. We both like the album. So Terrance, I guess I'll ask you first unless you want me to say what I think. Do you think Baby beat the allegations?
I think based on listening to the album, he beat the allegations. You know, I feel like we live in a whack ass era now where like people are so hyper focused on the numbers. You know, if I were to tell y'all that I fucked with the album, but the numbers were low, you know, that's why I'm like, what is beating the fall off allegations? Because guess what? You know whose album I felt like came and went? 21 Savage last year, All American Dream. We listened to that joint in January, and then the only joint that I really heard after that joint was the little I'm pouring up walking in Greece. That joint. And then I think it was one more joint that he had from that joint. Red Rum. All they see is Red Rum. I remember that
Red
joint.
Rum did well. That joint did well.
Let's keep
He had a couple joints. No, what was the intro? The intro had the sample that everybody liked. But I'd be with you where I would say that album kind of came and went after a while. It came out in January last year, though. I feel like we will be saying that about any album that came out in January last year.
I'm not saying the album is bad. I just kind of feel like it kind of came and went. It was good. We thought, wow, 21 Savage with a #1 album, and the numbers look good, didn't it?
Yeah, he did. He went #1.
He did good numbers because whatever. But all I'm gonna say is, damn, in hindsight, when I go back and replay that album, it doesn't make me feel like how seeing that first week number feel. That's why I feel like this is a chess. It's kind of a chess move. So what I will say is, based on what I heard, the album is great. I mean, from 1 to 6, I fucked with it. I got favorite songs all throughout. And I told Terrell, if y'all go watch our reaction, we thoroughly enjoyed that album. Whenever I edit a video and I feel like, damn, we really loving and we really enjoying the music and the video is enjoyable all the way through, bro, I want y'all to imagine you listen to an album, you don't really bang with it, and then you got to edit the video. Christ. Oh, this.
Man.
Like,
that's rough.
I don't understand that. I think as far as like his album, we were going into it expecting it to not be that great. And I think he beat, you know, a lot of the doubt that I had, at least. I didn't need it to be a perfect album. That's what I'll say, Terrell. I didn't need this to be a perfect project. I just needed to know exactly. I needed to be reminded, you know, you take a 2-year break. Okay, bet. Let me show y'all exactly why. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, he was hot before. Okay, bet. I think he 100% proved it on this joint. And that Thug Future joint, man, the energy on that joint, you hate that's happy that a nigga got off of beat a case. But I mean, argue with your mama, that's hip hop. We be in hip hop, you beat a case, that's a W.
Yeah. And that song Dumb and Dumber is #1 right now on the US Apple Music joint. I'm not too sure what it is on
#1.
I said that song sound like it would go #1. I feel like a lot of people, and I'll just say this, a lot of people feel like I'm a numbers guy. Y'all know I'm a numbers guy. Like, I feel like first week numbers are, it's almost like you only as good as your last this. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like first week numbers indicate um, social impact. It indicates execution of rollout, charisma, relevancy. It's so much that goes into first week numbers that people discount. But this is the thing that blows me about first week numbers and how we have conversations about numbers, period. If Baby album would have did 40,000 units first week, then everybody would say he fell off. Even if he put out the exact same album and the album was good, we would say he fell off. I was literally told in tweets that the nigga was going to do 50,000 units first week. He probably do like 50, 60 because he fell off. He does 125, and then the conversation becomes, it's not about the numbers, it's about the quality of the project. Okay, well, that was good too. So he did a great project. He has good for. My bad. Okay. He had a great project. He had great first week numbers. And you can't say he fell off, y'all. I love the project. I don't think it's the most amazing project ever. Just like I don't think Tyler the Creator's last project was his absolute best. It was a great project, and I love that project. I feel like if the core fan base of the artist is saying that they fuck with the album, and then you have casual fans that fuck with the album, and then the album is received on a grand scale like it is at 125,000, we're not just gonna say, oh well, I had people tell me, oh, it's easy for an artist like Baby to do 100K first week. That's not easy. Like, we just say shit. We make it seem like it's harder to make a piece of art than it is to go number one. And I hate to break it to y'all. It don't matter how great of a piece of art you make. It's harder to go number one than anything. It's harder. It's harder to net 125,000 units first week than anything. And that's why it's impressive. That's why we have numbers conversations. That's why Kendrick Lamar won the battle, because Not Like Us went number one for all those weeks. If we would have played Not Like Us and it would have been good, but it didn't carry for all of those weeks on the charts, the outcome of the battle may have been determined different. But we use numbers for certain things. This is coming from the fan base that at first didn't care about numbers. That's how you know that the numbers conversation is kind of all over the place. And now here we are with Baby doing the numbers thing, and now the numbers don't matter. Now it's the art. Okay, well, what about the art being good? And that's my soapbox. That's all I got. I think the album was good. Terrance, I'll bring you back up. I think the album was dope. I think it was a lot better than It's Only Me. And I feel like, I don't know, y'all can put your thoughts in the comments on what y'all think about it. If y'all think, I feel like people want Baby to fall off, so they try to like, they're trying, you know, what do you call it? Y'all are trying to manifest this fall off for Baby, and it hasn't happened yet. I said the same thing when Terrance. Did I not say the same thing when the podcast when It's Only Me came out? Exact same thing. Y'all said his last project when it came out that all the songs sounded the same. Remember the nigga playing the button and skipping every track and playing the beginning of every track and was like, yeah, he fell off. Shit did 216.
I think Baby's versatility on this album is the reason why I feel like he beat the allegations. That's not going to be talked about, but the Rod Wave and Rilo Rodriguez joint to me was special on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got songs that's special on there, like Free Promo. He got songs on that joint like the intro that was special. You know, taking a risk and actually trying to be polarizing with your shit. Really, that's all it takes from these motherfuckers who have crazy talent. Baby, Ghana, all of these artists that we grew up on. Y'all talent is already there. Y'all already in the league. All it takes is, you know what I'm saying? You put anybody in the NBA on Kobe's schedule, they're going to get a Kobe result. They just got to be able to stick to Kobe's schedule. But the blueprint is in you. You were able to make it to the league, which means you should be able to follow Kobe's blueprint low key towards success, but you got to be willing to do that. And I'm not saying bruh's not willing. We just, you know, like I said, the talent be set in stone. You just got to basically be able to manufacture it in the best way. That's why y'all ain't like what I was saying earlier, but like a lot of your success seems to live on your TL. Like almost like only thing I was saying earlier, really, y'all, is you really don't even gotta make a good song. You just gotta make a polarizing song. It's the reason why Doja Cat career can start with "Bitch, I'm a Cow," and then she can end up making 97. You feel me? Like those are two completely different avenues. But damn, we didn't see your talent. Oops, we didn't see your talent in "Bitch, I'm a Cow." That was just polarizing enough for you to trampoline onto now show your talent. And guess what? You ended up being Doja Cat. All I was saying about LiAngelo Ball, all I'm saying about Lil Baby is a LiAngelo Ball who has who has no leg to really stand on in hip hop, and then a Baby who has I got hits, I got past success to stand on in hip hop. They both still have to tiptoe and be very careful and really monitor the TL within when they drop music. And they're on two totally different levels. That's all I'm saying is the TL, bro, this shit is bigger than bro. Kendrick and Drake showed us that our timeline is more involved in the industry than we ever thought before. Low key, it was like a eye-opening thing. Like, yo, the algorithm is the industry. And it used to be the algorithm was trying to, it used to be like that. No, now they're like this. Now they're 1-in-1. The algorithm is the industry. If it's on the algorithm, it's in the industry. That's why the film industry is, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to do this because that's what the algorithm is. It's nostalgia. Or music, oh, okay, this joint sound like 2000s, ha ha. Oh, what? Now it's on ESPN. Now it's, oh, why? Because the industry is looking at the algorithm now. If the algorithm decided that Baby was trash, the industry would decide that. Just like the way the industry decided Drake lost. The algorithm showed that first, y'all. The algorithm showed it first. Do you think if the algorithm was saying Drake beat Kendrick, even though Kendrick music was better, y'all think that the industry would have went with that? No. The industry is going to go with the algorithm. You know why? Motherfuckers not walking in places anymore or listening to radios. Everybody is living and existing on the algorithm.
You right,
We all are.
you right, but you gotta remember that a lot of the strings are pulled by the industry to feed you what you get from the algorithm. So like you got to see post the Kendrick Lamar Drake battle, if you want to use that as an example. You got to see post battle, even all the way up to now. How many people in the industry, in media, don't like you? You don't got a relationship with Elliot and them. Ebro and them, you don't got a great relationship with them. Joe Budden hates you. He's got the hottest podcast, hip hop, right now.
I'm not picking a side when I said the industry.
No, you're right though.
I'm just saying we all watched the industry went with
correct. You're correct. But like that's why this whole lawsuit, as pussy as you may think it is, right? And everybody's entitled to that. I don't think it's the best look for him to do it. I wouldn't have done it. I don't think it was the best look. But that's why this exists. Because of the algorithm. Because people understand control at a certain point, and then some people are blinded by that. Some people just think the algorithm is saying that this happened. It's the reason why if certain people was paid, or if you don't have a relationship with this guy, oh yeah, I'm definitely on this side. And since I'm media, I'm only going to repost and share and do think pieces on the part that I want to. And that's not just with that battle, bro. That's with anything now, and it's ridiculous. I was going to say, everybody owe the Barbs an apology. Hip-hop fans, everybody owe the Barbs an apology.
Say that.
The Barbs was the first rap fan base that was deemed as toxic as they are. Like the Barbs. You being a Barb right now. People legit use them as an adjective sometimes. Like a fan that's just too obsessed. Of course, I'm a member of the Beehive, whatever. But the
one fan base that think they not toxic but are literally just
the Beehive is very toxic.
No,
Come on. In my Beehive defense, I will say
I always laugh when I
we
see
be minding our
talk
business.
about Barb's. Like, oh, I'm a Beehive member, but the Barb's are crazy.
Terrence, no, the
Okay.
Barbs, we never got to see like the. Think about it. Beehive would be like, oh,
Barb's are
you talking
definitely
shit?
worse than Beehive. We don't got to go there. They are.
Okay, but and it's the thing. Beehive, like you saying, gets less slack than the Barbs. The Barbs catch all of it for being as passionately fans as they are. The way niggas acted out and are acting out currently behind Drake and Kendrick on the TL and have been now for 6, 7, 8 months, I feel like y'all owe the Barbs an apology because y'all are them. The fact that you don't even feel all the way comfortable showing love to anything Drake on the TL because you know what that's gonna come with, that's a
That's
problem.
Barb's brand.
The fact
Yeah.
that the fact that me, a nigga that's clearly a Drake fan, anytime I tweet something, I tweeted something about the was it about?
And
It was
somebody was like, stay on that side.
stay on that side. I'm like, you're telling me to stay on the Kendrick side? I tweeted about the Drake freestyle that he dropped, right? And we supposed to be doing a video for that, y'all. We literally only heard it the first time it came out. But I said something about that, the nigga gonna tell me stay on that side. Nah, you was bigging up Kendrick. Like, yo, y'all are really what do you call it? Y'all are insufferable now. Just like how people used to talk about the bar. That's why I said niggas owe them apology, bro. That's why.
Y'all, we not on the same level as these people at all. But I mean, I was looking at A-Train. I was looking at a video with A-Train where we was doing Scary Hours 2. Y'all know we did Scary Hours 1. Anyway, we were doing Scary Hours 2. It was like a comeback video. Terrell, if you go back and look, me and Terrell always have a bad December. Anybody think about it? We always have a bad December. And it only looks bad because we always make a bunch of moves for the business in December. So that
End of the year.
If
We're
y'all
not gonna have a bad December this year.
No, we won't. If y'all go back and look though, Terrell, if you go back and look, we did the Baby Pluto reaction, the Future and Lil Uzi video, and bro, we hadn't posted shit, but we did have Patreon. All the way back then, we had Patreon. Back then, we was telling people to see it first in 2020. I think that's crazy. In 2025, we still have people that say, "Oh my God, are they gonna put it on Patreon?" It's like, bro, we've been doing this shit for
half a decade this year. Half a decade.
Yeah. And then this is my thing, Brody. Only reason why I bring that up is like, even before that, we was doing this shit. You would think you would step in and listen to a nigga who's been that tapped in and just hear him out real quick before you speak. You would never get up there with these NFL dudes, Terrell. You're not about to go up there and speak to even a Keyshawn Johnson. You wouldn't speak to even a Richard Sherman. You wouldn't speak to them and be like, this dude don't know what the fuck he talking about off of one take. Because how stupid would you look saying somebody like Stephen A don't know what he talking about with the Knicks? Somebody would be like, okay, yo, I get that you might disagree with Stephen, but to tell Stephen A to stay on that side, it's like, y'all, you know we've been watching, bro, for years, and trust me,
we've lost that. That's what you're talking about is lost. Nobody cares anymore. You could be the most, and that's what my fear is for the future of hip hop is that I really don't see
lost.
I feel like the two biggest hip hop artists in the genre, including like let's put J. Cole in there, right? His fans have the way they feel about everything, but they kind of neutral because their guy is neutral. If you're a big J. Cole guy, most of the time they either lean more towards one side or they neutral. Cause they just don't want nobody to talk shit about their guy. But I feel like the Kendrick and Drake shit split hip hop, and now it's like certain artists are gonna get support if they like think about it. People that fuck with Drake, they try to shit on Tyler the Creator shit. Because he was at the pop out, because he was this. All of a sudden we don't have Dr. Dre wasn't perfect, but like he's still Dr. Dre, y'all. I get y'all feel how y'all felt about him being at the pop out and how he's also but like that's Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's so much of a slight on both of it's like, yo, I don't know if this shit will ever stop, bro. I don't know if it'll ever stop. And it's starting to leak into, like, we talking about Lil Baby's album. It's starting to leak into other areas because now it's like, we always been like hating on people, trying to cancel people, but now it's getting to the point where it's like, yo, this is what hip hop is. Like, remember what you said? I don't know if you said on the last podcast or if we said it in person, but we was talking about how like, yo, if you want to get into this shit, like, oh, we said in the baby video, you try and get into this shit, you better be ready because you gotta have you have to have way thicker skin now as an artist getting in the game now.
Trying to get into hip hop, yeah.
Trying to get into hip hop, and I would say just music, anything. Period. Now that we have social media and a random motherfucker with Superman as their profile picture could just talk crazy about you and hit all your insecurities, and you don't know shit about them.
Not
yet. Mm-hmm. That's the dangerous thing about it. But put y'all thoughts in the comments, man. What y'all think about the Baby album? What do y'all think about the state of hip hop, and if we'll ever be able to grow from like, you know, this great divide that we have, or do y'all think it's just a moment? I would also like to hear from the people that was there for the Nas Jay-Z days. How long did people stay on certain sides, and was it as bad as this? Because I wasn't alive for it, and I know the story ain't the same, but
the middle ground is kind of filled up now. I feel like everybody picked a side, and that those sides filled up so much that there's no middle ground. And now, as soon as you come outside, what side you on? Oh. You remember when we came out to Icon that day and it was all them hoods out there and all them niggas was like, where y'all from? And we was like, okay, damn, we not from nowhere from here. And then from here, okay, we're not from there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's like online now. It's like a bunch of where the fuck you from? And it's like, damn, the hostility. You can't even just be saying shit out here. So
nah, yeah. It's but like literally we don't bang. Remember we was out there like, yo, we don't bang. We never told that story, Terrance. We have to tell that story one day.
Yeah. Yeah, we should. Speaking of advice stories,
yeah,
you got hit up for some advice. I feel like y'all would need the same advice that bro asked for. And shout out to bro. He knows who he is. He's a longtime supporter of ours. We fuck with him. So shout out to bro. But he said, yo, Terrance, hope it ain't too late, but for the pod, could you and your bro speak on life after a few years of being out of high school? Did you lose a lot of friends? He said, I barely speak to the ones that were mine, and if I ever do, I'm the one that always reaches out first. But no one reaches back out to me. He said, I don't have a sibling either, and I just really feel alone. IDK, maybe it's just for a reason. I definitely feel like a lot of us can resonate with that. A lot of you who have went to school, a lot of y'all say y'all met us in school. A lot of people who were in school, whether you were in school 5 years, 10 years ago, you can resonate with bro's sentiment, because this is like somebody saying to me, yo, this is like somebody saying something as simple as, yo, I moved out of my mom's house and my mom is calling me more. This sounds as simple as, yo, my kid is 3 months and she's starting to wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, okay. So like, this is what's going to happen in your life. Y'all need to realize that high school was a period where all of your friends, everybody you knew, came to the same building every single day. It was a privilege none of us knew we had until we left. Do y'all remember the last day of high school and realizing that? We all realized it on our last day of high school. You had that damn this is it feeling. Do you know what you was thinking about? This is the very last moment of childhood in your life. Bro, if you're still thinking about your friends from childhood and you're still thinking about your high school life, this is for a lot of people. If you're still thinking about your high school life and what you used to be, and for bro who hit us up, this is no shade to you. You got to let that go. You have to let high school go. And I'm not saying let your glory days of high school go. That sounds rude. I'm not saying that. And Terrell, I don't want to get on a soapbox. You good. Like in it. All I'm saying is, I personally feel like the friendships that I had in high school are dead and over with. And they knew now. You feel me? Me and my boy Don, we had a friendship when we was young that the foundation of that will never be broken because they're sand down there. I'll just say that. But the friends in that you have, even that come from the sandbox, those friendships are different when you get older. So we was just talking about Ryan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan doesn't watch this, but a childhood friend of ours who was one way when we were younger, and now he's different. Not in a bad way. It's just dope to see your friends grow older and evolve. But this is the thing, y'all. You're gonna see your friends branch out and try to be things that they want to become in life. They're gonna try to be, they're gonna try to achieve the aspirations that they have. They are gonna change who they are. You know how many people that I know now have changed, or I'll say this, I'm not saying that, they've come out. I've had people that we've known for years who at one point you was a gangsta ass nigga, and now you lead a church. The people you know in high school are not real. They are reflections of the people that they have seen their whole life, and they don't even know who the fuck they about to become yet. You miss people that were not real. And that's why you wonder why your friends are not the same, because nobody was anybody yet.
But T, let me just say this, because I feel like you kind of reading what he said a little different than the way I'm thinking about it.
A little bit. I am giving him the unk.
You making it seem like the nigga friends, all his friends from high school are you have friends that you grew up with.
Yeah.
That we was in third grade with. That we like this with. In a group chat with. Like friends that we don't see or talk to that often no more post high school. And I want to make sure we land that part, that sometimes, the people that you see in high school, like you said, because you make a really good point about
more post. What'd you just say?
Think about it. You made a good point.
More?
What?
What did you say after the people that we know? You said they offered something since high school? They what since high school?
I don't know what I said.
You said there's people that know us that in a group chat that we do know. And I'm not saying that they're...
Oh, yes. You're right.
I'm just saying our friendship is different.
No, right. I just want to I think that's I think what he's speaking to is the fact that he has friends that they went all probably way through the high school together. You might have had friends that you were super tight with that y'all still cool. Y'all just don't talk no more that much because everybody's life go to the same place. And I feel like you said that. But I felt like you was making it seem like, bruh, friends aren't real. Because we all have those friends in high school that...
Your friends were not real.
That you know you're not going to see. But you have friends from high school that you're still friends with at 30 that you met in high school.
But I'm not the same friends as them with that. I don't know those guys from high school anymore because they wasn't real. Not like you wasn't a real
nigga. Your friends?
Terrell, no. You see?
What do you mean when you say they weren't real?
People get what I'm saying, but since Terrell doesn't, that's why we have to stay here. I don't mean real as in like faithful. I don't mean real as in down. I mean when you're 18, you don't know who the fuck you are at all. And we all don't have shit to do but be friends. And I feel like after high school, you start feeling like, damn, I haven't heard from people. And then when I hit people up, I don't hear back. It's like, yo, it's not because people don't fuck with you. It's not because people don't value your friendship back then. It's because they are literally trying to figure their life out and they might not have time to chit chat. Because let me keep it 100, Terrell. Mm-hmm. If a friend hits you up, right, you're not going to respond. Terrell is
That's not true.
Terrell
That's
is
not true, Terrance. I will eventually. I may not respond right away, but I will 100% respond.
Like how he feels, though. He feels like he hit his friends up first, and when he do, he say they don't get back to him. And I feel like Terrell, you left a couple niggas on red, and you left a couple niggas.
100%. Still do it to this day.
Not because you don't fuck with them, because you try and figure your life out, and that's why I say for him to.
But I would never say that. I would never say they weren't. Those weren't. I want you to go back to your other point. The real thing. Because I have friends that I met in high school that if I went back to my 18-year-old self and you said, oh, these ain't your real friends, you would be wrong about that. Because here I am at 30 Still friends with
Yeah,
them.
you're mixing up what I'm saying, and I'm not saying that he don't have real friends. I'm saying the friendships that you had in high school were not what they will become. So you have to let that go and accept whatever relationship you have with these people now. If the relationship is some of the friends that we had for years, I ain't talked to Jay in months. If I see Jay at a store right now, and it's a nigga fake, and it's 3 niggas faking on Jay, right? It's now going to be 3 versus 2. And Jay will never see me and think, damn, he going to see me and immediately know I got at least
I'm
one
good.
with me.
Yeah.
And that's just a man thing. And that's why I'm trying to get him to know, like, the part that's fucking with me about his message is him saying, I guess I'm just lonely. Bro, you need this. This is why you need an older bro. Because we're not going to let you come in here off that. You're not lonely because your friend's not hitting you back. That's not why you're lonely. You feel me? Your friends aren't obligated to keep you feeling like you're not lonely. You're obligated to fill your life up. You are. You network. You meet people. I used to know so many people at my job, and they used to be like, yo, we going out for drinks after this. And I'd be like, fuck no, I'm not going out for drinks with y'all. What asshole was I? Because I acted like I was too good to be cool with some of these people. And do you know I watched my life dry up at one point, y'all? And I started feeling like my friends wasn't hitting me up. And I started feeling like I was lonely. But guess what? Life happens to everybody. And if everybody felt like, damn, I'm lonely because my friend's not hitting me, we would all be depressed. Nobody's telling you that you're wrong for feeling this way. You're not. But what we're saying is feel that way, rinse the shit off, and then get back to reality. Because that's what we got to do a lot of times.
But what if your reality, why are we making it seem like that's not his reality? Because you see, I don't like to do that.
Because we talking about...
I don't like when a nigga walk in the room and you think you being a good big bro by saying...
I ain't letting my little... Bro, how many years outside of high school? Bro told me he was 24. He said...
No, you're right, though. But, like, let's find root cause because you're the nigga... Like, I walk in the room and tell you... I think he is 23. I know. I think he's 24, 25. I done told him happy birthday before.
He's 22. He's 22, like a couple years removed out of high
school. Early 20s. But T, if a nigga walk in the room and tell you I'm lonely, if I walk in the room and tell you that I feel lonely and you say you ain't lonely, I'm walking out the room and saying fuck this nigga. I'm going to listen to what you got to say, and it's cool, but the fact that I walked in the room with a problem and you immediately say this ain't your problem. Oh, okay, cool. You know how you receive, but T, you know how you receive.
I said it's
from
okay
that person.
To feel the way he feels.
But you making it seem like his loneliness is his reality. You said gotta get back to reality. Well, guess what? Loneliness might be his reality, and I'd be the honest truth. If I didn't have G and crew every day, and if your black ass didn't have the train and my B and me, and if I didn't have you, I might feel like I'm at a lonely point.
Come back here.
In my life.
Move Terrell off of this. Do y'all know that there was a point where Terrell was making almost 100 racks? Do y'all know how much I made? Almost 30 racks.
Terrance, you are goddamn lie. Terrell, you was not making no $30,000. Terrance, you was not making $30,000.
They're not supposed to hear you.
I will respond to this.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you get on. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
There was a point in time where he was making almost 100 racks, y'all. He was trying to be Mr. Best Buy. Nigga was coming home and he said, I don't want to say nothing real quick. Oh, you want to shoot? Oh, we can't shoot because I got to do a PowerPoint presentation for my employees on how they can sell better. Terrell, no?
Terrell, go ahead. Go ahead, Terrell. Go ahead, Skip.
Go ahead. Terrell pressed the button on what we pressed the button on. Terrell don't realize I'll keep it 100 with bro, who's 22. I was in a tough relationship, and then when I was in that tough relationship, Terrell got pregnant, and Terrell had to leave the apartment. Terrell had to go and move in with Gigi. So the room that used to be across the way that, you know what I'm saying, Terrell was in, it was now empty. Y'all can say what the fuck y'all want, right? but our relationship changed. And I was going through a breakup. And if there was any time in my life where I needed to walk across the hallway to the nigga that's always been there for me, it was at that time. And I did not have him for that. In turn, I had to support this business, and I had to support bro who was going through a pregnancy, and pick myself up while I was going through a breakup. And if it wasn't for the A, I don't know where I would be. And that's why I'm thankful for her. But aside from that, my nigga, I was lonely. I'm a twin, bro. I was born with my homeboy. Born. So a nigga telling me your friend's not hitting you up, I get it. Because I've been there. And how did I make it through? I had to tell myself that my purpose is bigger than what the fuck we was talking about in high school. If they hit me up right now, are we all talking about the same thing? It's not that we need to. I just don't know that. And I got to give myself my life. It needs purpose, bro. So like, me and Terrell, we different big bros. You need what Terrell's saying, but you also gonna need some of the smoke from me, bro. Terrell always say that I'm the best person to talk to in moments where he feeling down about himself. Y'all know why Terrell do not like honest, harsh.
And I don't like excuses. Now it's my go.
Okay, so you're not about to just dumb everything I just said down to excuses, motherfucker.
I won't say that. This is what I'll say. No.
This damn screen.
Terrance is the worst person to talk to. Terrance, let me tell y'all why. This is a very vulnerable conversation because we talking about some real shit. Because Terrance is the person where when you in your feelings and you need to cry around him, like, and you feel comfortable with the nigga, like, nigga, I know we gonna be all right. I just need to let this out real quick and vent. He's the nigga that gets irritated that you're upset as you are, and he's like, I'll give y'all a dead ass honest. I'll tell you the dead ass.
I'm Leon from Snowfall. I'm Leon from Snowfall.
No. That Frank needed to hear. Frank needed to hear that in Snowfall. He was in a situation where, nigga, you can't be like this. That's not us. I'm not in fucking jail worried about niggas trying to kill me because I sell drugs at home and my drug dealer, best friend, business partner is across me. We gotta stop using shit like that as examples for real life.
Come on.
Let me say this. When we went to Seattle for Terrance baby shower, that was the first time I was away from my son since he had been born. Because the Fion went to DR, took my son out there. They were gone for 2 weeks. So I knew, damn, I'm not going to see my boy for 2 weeks. So it affected me in a way. Fuck this nigga. It affected me in a way. I feel
like they would want to see my face, Terrell.
It affected me in a way that, like, you really can't explain why you love something so much. Like, damn, I got so attached to my kid. He was my everyday, and my fiance was leaving, so I felt lonely at that point a little bit. I'm not gonna say it was like a real lonely feeling, but it was like one of those. Damn, I'm just like down right now, but I'm gonna be all right, but like I'm feeling it. So when I got in the car with Terrance, I felt like in that airport, like I'm holding back all these emotions. I'm seeing motherfuckers that watch the channel. I took a picture with bro outside the fucking Seattle airport. Love him, and his mom was there. I love that guy. But like I just remember being so in my head like about crew and like where he was. I didn't know if he was gonna be all right. The fiance taking him out of the country. First trip, she traveling alone. I'm worried about her. So it's like a lot. I get in the car with this motherfucker Terrance, and literally, I just have to cry right now. That is just me, and I don't know if it is somebody else, and it make people like think you weak type shit. Is not. Like, I just needed to cry.
That's not weak at all.
And so, I get in the car, and I'm like, Terrance said something to me, and I don't even know what the fuck I said. I'm just like in my feelings. This nigga's immediately like, fuck that. I don't know why you crying. You out here crying. So we getting ready to go over. You gonna be like that. We riding over. You gonna be like that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I just need to feel this before we get around some more people. I'm finally around a nigga that I'm comfortable with. I need to let this out. The nigga has seen Terrance is the only man in this world outside of my father that has seen me ass naked.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Terrance, that mean
I thought you were about to make me cry.
No. That's how real this is.
I guess he's talking about his comfortability, y'all.
Meaning, yes, I'm finally get around somebody that I'm comfortable with, and that's how Terrance process shit. Terrance's process is like when he see you breaking, he feel because this is the thing.
You gotta tell Terrance, the whole story.
I'm about to tell it. After the fact, he was like on some. I know you feeling that shit. I know you going through this, but you got it. But this, but that.
Nah, but what I tell you, because they need to know this part, the main part.
You're not about to try to LeBron. You're not about to try to LeBron Drake me. Fuck out of here. What I tell you? What did you tell me?
I told you I was wrong. And I said I shouldn't tell you not to feel the way that you feel.
But T,
and let me.
That is how you do shit. You look at what you just did to my man. Look, my man. Your first instinct is fuck that. You not long.
You have to let me give him the other half of that, and it's not a long one. It's not. Y'all know when Terrell pulled up, right? Do y'all know what I had going on? I'm on baby number 1. Oh, don't say shit, Terrell. Put me back wide. Well, never mind. You can stay there.
You ain't make me go wide.
Oh yeah, you can stay there. I was on baby shower number 1. We had another one that was coming up on the East Coast. Did y'all just hear the story I told about, supporting Terrell when he was pregnant? Unfortunately, I don't know what the fuck happened. I have to take the L. We do not know what happened to the memory card of Terrell's baby shower. We lost the entire footage of Crew's baby shower. That I had just got my new camera. I had everybody doing confessionals, and I got so much B-roll and footage, and it was so many memories, core memories we lost from that. But do y'all remember? Oh, no, you don't. That baby shower, who do you think was the number 1 motherfucker running around doing everything? I'm getting talked to like a fucking Best Buy employee. Hey, you standing around. I need you working. You standing around, right? I remember thinking, I don't know who the fuck this motherfucker.
You not gonna, you talk about my shower. You talk about my shower?
I'm talking about your shower.
Tell him you came late. Tell him you told me you was gonna be there for setup and you got there an hour late. Tell him that.
Don't do that.
Then you get there with your.
Terrell, don't do
that. That's the important part, Terrance. That's the important part.
Actually, not true, y'all. He's trying to now say.
Terrance, you didn't get there late. You didn't get there late.
Terrell, why are you making it seem like I had a time that I was supposed to be there? I didn't get there when Mom and Dad and them got there, but you was still saying you was appreciative. That was never a thing. You were
supposed to be there, and you said, "Yo, I think I went to the wrong place." Remember that?
Okay, bet. Let's say I did. Shit happened.
That's a big part of it. That's why I was treating you like that.
Terrell, no, it wasn't. You felt the freedom to feel however you felt. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. Long story less long. Terrell comes out there. He gets in the car with me, who has literally been on 10, running around, ripping and running. A-Train's pregnant. I'm in Seattle. I'm not all the way from here. We setting up this shower and some more shit. That's all I'll say. We weren't just there for the shower. I had real shit going on. So look, I get the niggas in his fields or whatever, but guess what? His fiance went to the DR, and Terrell could have stayed his black ass at home or went with her. But guess what? He told me, yo, I wouldn't miss the baby shower. I'm not about to miss the baby shower.
You know I wouldn't miss it.
I'm out there. You know I wouldn't miss it, right? When the nigga gets in my car and starts crying, I'm sorry, y'all. I said, I don't fucking have time for this bullshit. GG's good. Crew's good. They enjoying their fucking time. I need you because I needed Terrell. Because look, I had my mother coming, Kelly coming. Me and Aunt was saying, don't worry. When Terrell gets here, he's going to bring order to everything. I ain't going to have to worry about nothing. So when Terrell got in the car...
And did you have to?
Huh?
And did you have to? You didn't.
Look, y'all, when Terrell got in the car and he started crying, I literally was like... Hey, man, yo! They good. I'm the motherfucker that might be going insane. I got baby bombs over here.
Okay,
I
T.
got a whole family that's counting on me. I got a big ass event. I felt like, and I'm gonna say this for my men, ladies, I get it. Fuck it, I was wrong. But fella, sometimes you do need to tell that nigga, we ain't got time for the emotions right now. We need to lock the fuck in. And are you wrong for that? Are
Terrance,
you
if
not
we
being
trying
soft
to
and
be
gentle? Yes. But
if we
bro,
trying to be the drug case, yes.
Terrell,
If
you
we
can't
Cleo and Frankie from Set It Off, yeah, we don't have time because we need to escape the cops.
Terrell,
Nigga, we had time for me to cry.
What if Crew comes off the basketball court when he's playing and he was like, I just feel like he's being mean.
Terrance,
Are you gonna say, let's
y'all,
listen to
is
how
that
you
the
feel, or are
same?
you gonna say, yo, we don't have time for your emotions?
That's
Fuck
completely different.
him. And if
That's
he touch you,
Terrance, you just that's
I feel like there's a certain part of people that need some edge.
Oh, well, let me say this, because the answer to the way bro's feeling is one way to get it from Terrance, and I feel like you got that. But from me, I would say you have to take what Terrance said is true, and I'll bring him back up because I do want to give you credit for this, Terrance. You said,
Shout out to Ohio State. That's all I'll say.
They fried you.
Nah,
Terrance said a true thing. Hold on, wait. Terrance said a true thing. Where he said like your friendships in high school, and this is where I was misinterpreting you. When Terrance said your friendships in high school not real, he mean your friendships in high school are the way they are now, but the way they will be when you're an adult or when you function as an adult, they change. They do change. And that's what the nigga was trying to say. Even though he said your friends are not real. Okay, the nigga's telling me my friends are real.
I feel like they got me, but they just have a brolic rebuttal man here. If everybody feels like Terrell's brolic rebuttal man, then I honestly feel like I agree with y'all. He is Mr. Devil Advocate. Oh, come on, Terrance.
You can't hear the nigga.
I don't feel like y'all would want a partner like Terrell because...
Terrance, let me finish. You didn't even let me finish what I was going to tell, bruh.
I'm not talking about partner for podcasts. I just mean Terrell. Look, you see that? That's a trait of something that you would think is negative. Because look, you see how I'm giving it to y'all straight, right? Terrell's giving you the
giving it to you straight. All right.
This is where I feel the nice way. Go ahead, Real.
Terrance think he giving it to you straight when he do that. But
Terrell
what he don't
give you the Albert Brenneman way. I think that if you want to one of your friends, that's exactly. Oh wait, I'm not finished.
Terrance, what happened when he did that? It worked.
You know what? I quit. That motherfucker was rattled. He had to go and get with Will Smith. I quit my job.
I talked to her. I yelled at her. I quit my job. He was like, "What?" Shout out to everybody that's seen Hitch 2006 Overbrook Will Smith classic. I'll say this: Terrance sometimes can come off, and Terrance, that's why I said you sometimes can shut a nigga out. And I know Terrance. It's funny that he brings up when he was going through the situation that he went through. That was probably one of the toughest situations in his life, where I got a baby on the way. I got to figure out where I'm going to live. I got to figure out how we going to do this with me and G. Like, I'm legit starting a family. And he did go through a bad breakup at the exact same time. If Terrance was to tell me that he was to send a message to his favorite podcast about him being lonely or about him feeling the way he felt. Now, granted, would Terrance ever do this? Maybe not, because Terrance is going to do what he said. I'm gonna muster up and find the courage to make friends and get out. Raw, you gotta beat the world. He's a big fucking great networking guy, right?
Big cojones.
But Terrance knows in his heart of hearts, if he was to reach out and get the same answer he just gave, he may not all the way listen, because it's not gonna be the same issue you have, Terrance. It's gonna be something different. And it's always something different. But when a nigga tell you they issue and you immediately tell them that they don't have this issue, they don't listen. This is what I'll say about move forward.
I didn't tell him he didn't have that issue, Terrell.
Terrance, you basically just told the nigga, you not lonely. You need to get up and do your life yourself. You need to get up and get out.
Nothing wrong with feeling lonely.
Nah, but T, this is my thing for him. I think you need to really find comfortability in being with yourself. And you know what you do to Terrance, what will you think I would recommend for somebody to do that?
Tell him to, what you mean?
Take a solo trip. It is Brody, I'm telling you, when you feel lonely, because I've definitely had this point too, and I guess I'll tell you a little bit different than Terrance, and I guess hopefully everybody's vibing with this. But when I feel lonely, like when I feel alone, sometimes I feel alone in this joint. The Fion just started working. Sometimes it's like, damn, I wish she was home. You know, crew go to sleep, I'd be like, damn, you know? But even in small moments where you feel like alone, that's the moments where you really spend time either working on that thing that you said you was passionate about that you haven't really done much, or trying to figure that new thing out, or starting a new thing, or watching a new show. Y'all know how I am with my shows. It's the reason I've seen Sons of Anarchy 14 times, Game of Thrones 13 times, Breaking Bad 19 times. I just rewatch it.
Coping, sir.
That is. I bring
But
the
that
nigga
don't
up.
sound like it would fix loneliness. You sound like you were
Terrance,
busy mind.
that
What happens
is
when my
what
show goes off?
Terrance, that works for me. That is what I figured out works for me. And how did I figure that out? I went on a solo trip. I was by myself, and I watched Godfather of Harlem in a Miami apartment by myself when I felt like I didn't want to be the social butterfly no more. I was going out to breakfast by myself, beach by myself, lunch by myself, and then I would go in my room at night. And this is where, all right, bet, I ain't got to be the social guy no more. Now I can just kind of chill and kind of just live with myself. And I watched TV, and I figured out, you know what? This is kind of the best way for me. I sat on that balcony, bro, for hours with the show playing. Sometimes I wouldn't watch it. Sometimes I would just sit there thinking, like, damn, I'm out here by myself. That shit is healthier than you think. And Terrance is right. You need both big brothers. Because sometimes you do need a nigga to slap you and say, hey, you wildin'. You need to get back on your shit. Focus. But sometimes you need the nigga to be able to see through you saying you lonely and see opportunity to be like, all right, bet, you telling me you lonely, but this is what I see from you. And this is what I feel like you could do with that.
And y'all, that's my only point what Terrell was saying about how, oh, Terrance is going to tell you this answer. And if Terrance were to be lonely in that moment, like in the moment where I was, like what Terrell said, that moment, if I would have asked him and he gave me the answer that I just gave, bruh, what Terrell is missing is the person that I am. That's what I needed. I needed somebody to give me a fucking reality check. Some of you are wanting to hear the nice way. Some of the worst shit you need to hear, like your breath stank. There's no nice way for us to say it. Oh, maybe you should try a mint. Maybe you should try gum. After a certain while, you'll get it when we say, damn, nigga, your shit's rocking. Oh, what? Your breath.
But let me ask you this.
Terrell.
Terrance, okay. One question that I'll let you rock.
We get your point. You just finished.
No, okay.
We get your point. All right, go ahead.
My question to you is, right, the nigga breath stink. You think the most effective way to get him to get it is by inducing trauma.
What did I just fucking say, Terrell? I just said after a bunch of attempts at non-trauma.
No, you didn't say that.
That's
you said.
I just said after trying, after saying, hey, you should try gum. Hey, you should get this. After a while, nothing's going to work for you unless you hear it the bad way. And Terrell, I'm telling you this because that's me. You could tell me the nice way over and over again, and all you really just doing is letting me off the hook. And I know that. I also know when you're letting me off the hook. It's making me feel good. It make me feel good when I say I'm lonely, and I hear you say, think about this, y'all. I'm lonely, and you say, oh, wow, you know what? You're not lonely, man. Think about all the friends you got. Man, you're a great guy. Come on, I'm sure you can make friends. You're making me feel better. And guess what? You let me off the hook. I appreciate that. You actually make me think that I'm actually not what I know that I am. You know what I really would have actually got something from? If you would have said to me.
What if you tripping, though?
What?
What if you tripping and you need to hear something? Like, sometimes, Terrance, like you just said,
I get it.
You're not lonely. You got all these friends.
That's the point thing. The point is that is what works for a person like me. Because when I'm tripping, the same thing gonna get me off the trip. The same nigga pick your head up is gonna make me not trip. It's not about. That's why I said feeling lonely is 100% okay. It's just about what you need to not feel it. Because guess what? However you need to not feel that, You need to not feel that. You need to get back going because guess what? Feeling lonely is the first step of what? Depression.
Is it?
It's a very, very fast, thick sign towards a very big problem we have in this world, which is suicide. And I don't want that for these niggas, bro.
And you think the answer is telling nigga, yeah, you lonely. Yeah.
If that's what he needs to hear. And that is where I'll
Terrance. Okay.
If that's what he
Because as
needs
a nigga that gives you advice sometimes, one thing I know is if Terrance come in with an issue and I give him raw truth, he's not going to hear me.
But we're not talking
You gotta choose how you approach. Even with a nigga like you that needs the hard truth. Nigga, you don't need that. You don't want the hard truth straight though.
I feel like we agree. Sometimes I don't want a hard opinion. And that's what Terrell gives. Terrell don't give a hard truth. He gives a hard opinion sometimes. I don't think a hard truth. I think hard truth is telling somebody, yo, you need to pick your head up because you good. Fuck that. Fuck all that bullshit you talking about. That's somebody giving you like a harsh pickup. Hard truth is somebody trying to tell you you're wrong about something or tell you're like
no,
oh,
hard truth is like
I
thought hard truth was like telling somebody like, yo, you don't think you're big, but the scale says the hard truth is you're 300 pounds.
I don't know what makes Terrell think that if he told me the hard truth, I wouldn't take it. I don't know where he's getting that from. I would 100% take the hard truth from Terrell. I'm a hard truth taker. But he's just going to spit bullshit because we're potting and he needs a rebuttal because low-key...
Terrance, you are not a hard truth taker as the nigga that gives you advice sometimes that we vent to each other. You are not a hard truth just taker.
I feel like you could tell me that I'm doing something and I'm not going to sit there and give a bunch of rebuttals like how you would. I'm going to say, all right, bet I see where you coming from. I swear, bro. I swear, ask A-Train. Like, I'm not the type to sit there and tell you you're wrong about what you're saying about me. I'm not. I will literally hear you out. Terrell will go back and forth.
Man, I hope y'all...
Oh, go ahead. In this convo, though. Yeah.
Okay, that's what
I hope that everybody that's listening to this, if you are, this not about nothing else but love, y'all. We fuck with bro. And we don't want bro to be where he is regardless of how he deal with this. So the good thing, I say the one benefit, y'all could be watching the Terrance podcast and low-key he could have only gotten this advice. One thing I can say is even though me and Terrell bump heads and you can watch these two niggas, they not agreeing. One thing I do appreciate is Terrell being able to give y'all a different perspective. Because whoever this person is and whoever you are that might feel lonely and you trying to work that shit out, you need to know that the shit is tough. It's not easy to work out. It's not easy to figure out. There's a bunch of different ways you can. There's soft ways. There's hard ways. There's easy ways. There's shock waves. Ways. There's ways you can shock yourself out of it. Hell, my parents did voodoo to stop smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? The world is crazy, and the way that you feel, the things you're doing, nothing is essentially permanent. So, that's what I'm learning. Mm-hmm. I thought my life would be a certain type. I thought I would at least be eating French fries for the rest of my life. You see how random that is? There could be a time in your life where you don't touch them. Like my grandmother, if I show my grandmother some Sour Patch, I could be like, Granny, you want one? You know what she gonna say? Hell nah. Oh no. There was a time in her life where she used to get off on those. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm saying we be looking at our life in the now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh shit. Like, yo, I gotta make something shake. Yo, shit is shaking. You woke up. If you don't do shit else with your life, guess what? You might be stuck here. I used to say this, and then I'm gonna leave it to Terrell. What if you're stuck here? What if God gave you 99 years, bro? You're gonna be depressed forever? You're gonna just sit there and act like they just dealt you? Damn, they gave me all. You know what I'm saying? My hand was bad, bro. At a certain point, I just feel like a nigga like me gonna tell you go and get yours.
I'll say this. Y'all, what we're feeling, guys, I would say the best, something that a lot of people don't know, and it could be just the way that I interpret the movie, but like, if you think about the movie I Am Legend. There's a reason why that movie is called I Am Legend. Because the legend is legit Robert Neville. It's me. This whole shit, the whole solve of this shit is me. It's a metaphor. Film is art. It's made to be interpreted. It's made to be interpreted in so many different ways. And one of the things you gotta remember is that man, Will Smith, in the movie, is trying to avoid being the only person left. The themes of loneliness and being by yourself and understanding how to adapt, even though in the harshest way possible, you got to see this, which is zombie apocalypse, you alone with your dog, and you're running from zombies. There's an element of that movie that you can think about for your own life with how he was able to find normalcy alone. The relationship he had with the mannequin, like he wasn't all the way put together, and that is just an element of what life do to you. You not always gonna have it. Sometimes you're gonna be talking shit to a mannequin. It's like, yo, I'm kind of off my rocker,
bro.
But
at what point is what bruh saying? That think about what I was saying about their friendships. It's literally those are your friendships, y'all. And how
sometimes it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. You need to go back and watch that movie. Think about it, T. He watched Shrek every day, knew it by heart. That's why when he met the girl and she came and it was on and he was reciting every word, he wasn't excited about it. He wasn't saying it like, hey, donkey, hey. He wasn't like, I know these words. He was just saying that shit, looking at the TV because this was a part of me getting to a point where I could talk to you right now. I had to sit there and watch that movie for 30 times for me to feel normal. And that's why, like, when you look at a movie like that, I Am Legend, it's me who ended up solving the whole shit. And it's the thing, he was alone. Yeah. Terrance, he was alone, had a dog. They killed the dog in the movie. They literally make you be alone. They force you. The legend is not you and Sam. The legend is Robert Neville by himself.
And the beautiful part of it is he had every reason to quit.
Mm-hmm. He had every reason to let him just
to take himself off of the earth when they killed that dog. When he went out there and realized that his friend wasn't real, bro, it's like he knows this, but like, first off, we're not talking about the fact that bruh got out. That wasn't even his friend. They put him over there so that they can trap his ass. Remember?
Yeah.
And he couldn't.
That's what happened. Yeah.
He couldn't believe he wasn't getting anything back because he controlled that relationship all the way up until that point. Soon as he lost that relationship, everything in his life spiraled. He got caught. He hit his head. He's now bleeding. You now lost your dog. You hit rocks. Mm-hmm. You had every reason to quit, but guess what? You were the cure. That is such a great fucking movie to bring up Terrell in this situation.
And he didn't know it.
He didn't know he was the cure. All he
been trying this shit for years. He had been trying this shit for years. Who else went through that? These two motherfuckers right here. Y'all watched us think we was about to quit, didn't quit. Went through apocalypse, didn't quit. Kept doing the shit, trying to figure it out. Battling UMG, not getting paid. Trying to figure this shit out, and we only here because we kept hitting upload, bro.
And I want y'all to think about this, what Terrell's saying. Mm-hmm. When he says here, Terrell, please full screen this. Mm-hmm. When he says here, we mean alive, bro. We don't mean this. Me and Terrell still struggle. Mm-hmm. Just like everybody living. Y'all be losing these convos and thinking about success. We're not talking about you need to do this so you can be successful. You need to do this so you can still be here, bro. Because what if you're the cure? What if I need you here? Dog, I got a baby girl up there. You know how many stories of people that say, when my daughter was born, I was only 7. I ended up growing up and being a surgeon. Or look, when I was 7, my doctor somebody who supports me now can save Sunny life one day.
You just got to give yourself a shot. And
you need to be here because you can be the fucking cure.
you could be that cure. And you just gotta find. I think the hardest thing to do though, T, is to find yourself in that spiral. Sometimes sometimes when you outside talking to that mannequin, you don't know what's real or fake. Like he didn't at that point. It wasn't until shit got real for him again that he had to snap back.
Until a nigga had to hit him on the head and not give it to him soft like how Terrell trying to give it to him. Because sometimes you need it. Sometimes you got let off the hook so many times that God say, okay, bet. This one's going to hurt, but you're going to be better for it.
Hit me hard and soft, no Billie Eilish.
Either
That's
way,
what I'll
like
say.
Terrell just said, you better find yourself, know
Pause.
that's the real you,
Crazy.
and just move with that. When Terrell went to Miami, he found out who he was, moved with that.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? You need to do that part, bro. The moving on part. A lot of us sit too long, Terrell, in that space in Miami. Some people take that solo trip and never leave. Or they never come back.
I booked my solo trip a day before we flew out. Remember when I came and said, I'm going to Miami, nigga?
Yeah, that was the worst shit ever.
And you was like, what? By yourself? I'm like, yes, booked one ticket. That was my first purchase on Expedia. Ended up meeting Brody. Ended up meeting the love of my life who loved to do what? Travel. Come on, bro. I was prepping for some shit I didn't even realize I was prepping for.
And guess what? While Terrell was pregnant and I was supporting him and his nephew, y'all, guess what A-Train was doing in Seattle? Supporting her brother who was pregnant, preparing for a nephew. So when we crossed paths, the relatability hit a roof where, damn, I just hit the rock. And I chose to keep going. Man, A-Train. Come on, y'all. Me and Terrell not successful, y'all. We not Eddie Murphy. We not Martin Lawrence. We just two niggas who are
Terrance.
That, bro. Man, that shit ain't about nothing.
And keep in mind, I'm 30. This nigga 30. We talking about me meeting my fiance at 27. Terrance meeting on 28, 29, 28. Like,
I met on really
we not
in 2014, bro.
Can you imagine if your 22-year-old self, think about it. If you was thinking how they think now at 22, it's crazy how they think. But we're gonna move forward for the sake of time. Hope y'all can take something from this convo. It's either gonna be one,
man. Even if you're not young, like,
I feel like anybody can resonate with that. Everybody feel lonely at some point. Everybody need to hear it to be. Hear the tough way or hear the way that they sometimes can digest easy. It opens the door for the duality of man and how some people need to just be slapped. But some people aren't going to listen to you if you come in too hot. They throw walls up and then you'll never get through. So I'm glad we
that's very true, and something that I'm learning in parenthood and in relationships is that it sometimes is how you say it, for sure. Mm-hmm. And as somebody who is as intense as me, trust me, that is a lifelong lesson that I will be having, especially with my sonny B. So.
Oh yeah, she's gonna test you in ways you've never been tested before.
Nah, yeah.
But did you want to get to the Joy Taylor shit? I feel like we cannot we can't do this podcast and not talk about the Joy Taylor.
Man, situation. I definitely want to talk about that. And y'all, I'm not here to talk about, oh, I can't believe this happened, that happened, because I still kind of feel like there's still like things up in the air.
Well, make sure you give us backstory so that we all know what's talking about.
Basically, court doc. There's this court case that was brought up against FS1, and I don't know if he's the CEO or whatever, like the just former or current president of fucking FS1, the guy that makes shit run, the man with the big cojones in the building, basically, right? Basically, this woman details almost like a series of events where she's cool with Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor, all of a sudden, one day they have a lunch and Joy Taylor showed up with the head of fucking FS1. But the girl apparently said she didn't know that was the head of FS1. Fox Sports, one, if y'all know what that is, Fox Sports. But, yeah. Later, she found out who bruh was, or Joy Taylor's friend found out who that was, and Joy Taylor's friend was like, yo, that's That's a spicy little situation for you to be out with. And Joy said that was just a friend. The documents later reveal that her and bruh was intimate and they were both married. Only reason why this is a story, y'all, because Joy Taylor is a prominent, very, very outspoken host on ESPN First Take right now. She's come a hell of
She
a
not on
long
First
way.
Take. Joy Taylor, she's on Speak with Paul Pierce and Keyshawn.
Oh, my bad. She was.
You think about Molly Karam.
Hold on, wait. Let's go back to Joy Day One.
Joy was on that joint with
FS1.
Skipman.
Right, it's not Molly.
Right.
Damn, I guess she's not on First Take right now. I don't know why the fuck I thought she was on First Take right now. That is what's her name.
Molly, yeah.
But either way, y'all, this is a story because in that world, women sports analysts have a very tough, I would say they have a tough, it's still kind of rough to be a woman sports analyst, I can admit. Most
it's
of
tough
us
for them to get respect.
Analysts as secondary.
A lot of people look at them like, oh, they had to put a woman up there.
Or like, we just think of them as oh, she's on the sideline just reporting on the game. I can admit that, not from me, but it seems like most of the fellas, y'all, we can admit, most men don't seem to be respecting the...
Or they got to do a lot more.
Outside of their looks.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Shorty because she fine. Oh, Malika Andrews and Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks is one of the most popular analysts, and it ain't because of her work. And she's actually very good at her job. Only reason why this is a story, y'all, is because in this situation, these court documents basically allude that Joy Taylor, being with this guy at FS1, he put her in a position that she's in allegedly because of, her using what she got to get what she needed. And it's so funny because I told Terrell back when back when Undisputed started, I remember thinking, who the fuck is this? They just be getting anybody to moderate. And I remember thinking, not that she didn't deserve it, y'all, back then, because I'd be lying if I said that. But I did remember thinking, damn, I don't even know who this is. And then when I found out that it was Jason Taylor's family or somebody, Jason Taylor used to be a Redskin after the Dolphins. I felt like, oh, okay, so it's the nepotism thing, okay, family matters. So this little thing coming out is a little bit of a curveball, but I do think it sheds light on something, which is that, Terrell, a lot of people were talking about the fact that they said that Joy Taylor was getting ready to come out and apparently accuse bruh of...
She was about to set him up, yeah.
Or she could have. I want y'all to know something. It was very easy for a lot of people to believe what they saying about Joy because of the way that everyone looks at women sports analysts. That's what's making it so easy to believe. Because what if Joy's side is one of sexual abuse? People have already came out and said, oh, wow, the jokes are flying is all I'm saying. And I feel like the reason why people feel so comfortable making these jokes is because they already had an issue with her as an analyst because they don't respect women analysts, period. I don't care what y'all say with this WNBA shit this year exposed a lot of y'all really don't respect anything that they have to say. Like Andrea Carter is my favorite woman analyst, especially for the WNBA. The girl works so damn hard and knows her shit. People swore she was on other shit just because you could tell it was like, y'all just don't respect her because she a woman. Hey, all I'm going to say is this. I feel like we don't know what to believe with this case. But both sides are believable.
I think she definitely was fucking with Acho. The shit with Acho was like, this makes sense because Acho has always, to me, been the most random nigga ever. This nigga played like one season with the Eagles. He was number 50 or some shit. He has like 14 career tackles or some shit.
I've always seen him as Y'all can say what y'all want, man. He's bright.
But I felt like
He's a smart guy.
he was
Not
able to.
idiot.
Right, he was
Paul
able to
Pierce?
talk.
I don't know how the hell Paul Pierce.
Terrance, Paul Pierce is there because of his game. That's the thing. Paul Pierce up there because he's the truth. And people just say, you know what, fuck it. It's Paul Pierce. People respect him, what he's saying because he's Paul Pierce.
That's true.
Acho
He
had
played
to be
against LeBron.
right. Acho had to be able to talk because he don't have much game to stand on. He was in locker rooms. He made it to the league. He played some downs, but he can talk really well about the game. That's why Emmanuel Acho is who he is right now. Oh, this shit coming out with him and Joy Taylor, it made me look back at all of the stuff that they were putting out. And bro, I watched Speak from the very beginning. I don't know if you noticed. Shady McCoy sometimes piss me off, but I fuck with the fact that he'll make a controversial ass opinion. So I've always just kept up with what Shady do. Him, Acho, James Jones, and Joy. Oh, I was watching them a lot, and I hate Acho sometimes. But I fuck with the difference of opinions. When they start recirculating these clips of Joy and Acho and the way he used to post her, I remember how he used to post her. And I always, and this might be fucked up. This might be fucked up and might be alluding to what you saying. Because I always felt like, and this is going to sound so fucked up, but I always felt like, I wonder if one of them smashing.
And guess what? You know what that is? That right there, sir, is your dick.
That's misogyny, though. That's misogyny.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Because guess what?
And
you're only thinking that because of how you sexually are attracted to Joy Taylor.
I wouldn't say that.
Not saying you are like super, but like you are
wouldn't say that.
sexualizing Joy Taylor when you're doing that. Yes, you are. Because you're not sexualizing Emmanuel.
Okay. I would say,
oh, yo, he probably
but Terrance, no, I'm not saying, I don't look at Molly and say, ooh, look at them titties. I think somebody's smashing. I'm saying that because I can see a transfer of energy. Like I'm looking at how you are with certain people and saying, I wonder if she's smashing him. And I know that some of that is misogyny. You know what I'm saying? It's not me looking at her and saying, oh my God.
Her own husband came out and was like, yo, I feel like you and Buddy have been fucking. Damn. If you feel like your girl is not flirting with somebody, might be texting, fucking, oh yeah.
You're right. You're 100% right.
That's a different level of, hey.
I feel like, I feel like they go for anybody.
I'm not trying to be Mr. whatever, because I do also think that Joy Taylor has always given me a vibe that, okay, bet. Joy Taylor, she slept her way to the top to where she needed to be. Do you know what I think Joy Taylor thinks about that? Who gives a fuck? I think we live in a society these days, y'all, where I was telling Terrell this. Look at the music. The music tells these women to do exactly what Joy Taylor supposedly did. Use what you got, because guess what? Would that would that executive had respected her without sexing her? The hardest truth about that for women is her answer would have been no.
Yeah.
The hardest truth about that, fellas, that we don't experience. It is very rare for us to have a woman say, make these sexual advances at us, and then look, we don't want to do it. Fellas, or get put in these positions, and we talking about sports executives, y'all. They are put in these positions where it's success or not.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, some of them do make that choice. And y'all could play moral police all y'all want. But I told Terrell, you really don't see a bunch of women putting Joy Taylor down online. You just see a bunch of shocked men. Wow, I can't believe Joy Taylor. Wow, I remember when I posted about the titties.
We have to talk about the fact that there's a possibility, Terrance. Just like you saying that, cool. If she was prepared, if it's true that her plan was to set bruh up and accuse him of sexual assault when he's done with her.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about
that's
that.
That's the biggest part of it. The biggest part of the Joy Taylor shit for me was that she was going to set bruh up, the CEO, she was going to set him up and say that he forced her or he sexually assaulted her. And that's fucked up.
That is
because if she would have came out and said that, he has to live with that stain on his jacket. The same way like we talking about Jay-Z trying to clear his name right now. The same way plenty of people in the past that get accused of stuff. If it's not true, you still got to wear that. The fact that we have on record a woman saying that is fucked up. Because not only does it take away from the real women that have went through or are going through that situation. So you stepping on, you're not even being a girl's girl because you doing some bullshit that you know real women go through. But it's also super fucked up because you can ruin this man's life. Like, that's something that...
But Terrell, I don't know how true that was.
No, but the same way we giving her all of this...
was that she was about to set him up. And you're right. That does need to be taken into account. You're right.
But the same way we giving her all of this grace and saying, yeah, she slept way to the top, she might have done heinous shit.
What are you more likely to believe in this moment? You are believing and you are seeing most people running with and believing the fact that she slept her way to the top. Why are y'all believing it? Because of your preconceived thoughts that you had. Like you said to her, you watched Speak from the beginning. So she will never be able to beat what they said and your mind from all these years, bro. That's the bad thing, and that's the only back door that these women kind of have a disadvantage at is because we're more inclined, we as men are more inclined to believe that, and we don't even realize the reasons why.
It's in paperwork though. That people aren't just making this stuff up because she's a woman. We had to read. Look, I got it right here. It says, Miss Faraji became alarmed and warned Miss Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Ocho at the same time. Mr. Dixon is powerful and that may become very angry. Miss Taylor told her not to worry about it. She explained that she was also now powerful and once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she will follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. She would not allow herself to be forced out by Mr. Dixon like other women talent. Am I denying that happened? No. Because this is the thing. Dixon isn't innocent because this nasty motherfucker probably did sexually exploit
himself onto her.
He probably sexually...
Him putting her in a position where if you want this job, have sex with me, is forcing himself on her. And she knew, okay, bet, I'll do this, but bro,
when you done with me, I get it. That's what I was getting ready to say.
He's saying to this girl, which is as horrible as it is, y'all, but this is just as horrible as what Mr. Dixon did to her, in my opinion. She's basically saying, I'm still going to rock with Emmanuel, and if he got a problem with it, he better shut his fucking mouth because the only reason why me and him hooked up is because he forced himself on me. He made Skip Bayless put that girl on the show. That means he had the feels for her, bro. That means that was a little bit of a... Bro, she does have power. She's not...
But at what point is it still fucked up? Terrance, no. If you playing ball, you can't say a nigga forced himself on you if you playing ball. You playing ball. You fuck this nigga. He didn't force himself. You can't say he forced himself on you, Terrance. Come on. I don't give a fuck if he did.
Seem like she's saying, oh, we had a great... Y'all are making it seem like she was just in a relationship with bro and just automatically just wanted to hand him charges. Nah. She was put in a situation that low-key she shouldn't have been in. And she made a move that I feel like was regrettable. That she can be judged. That she can be judged for. But Terrell, all I'm saying is, bro.
But why are you saying she was put in a situation she didn't? She the one that started fucking Mr. Dixon to get that job and started to fuck Acho. I get it, T. I get it.
You can't say you get it, but then
you gotta let me finish. I was gonna say before when I was bringing up Mr. Dixon that I think that nigga might be a scumbag. I think he may have in the past, and I think Joy Taylor know about this, and that's why she moved the way she moved.
I feel like Joy for taking power against that scumbag.
Let me finish. I think Joy Taylor knows about women in his past that he may have sexualized, and then afterwards he was done with them. They start fucking somebody else, so now they don't work on the show no more. Now that's the reason why Molly goes here, or that's the reason why this person goes there.
That's the reason
If
why
he
she's
did,
not on FS1 anymore.
if he did that, he's fucked up.
Oh, is
But
she?
she's on Speak,
Holy
which is
shit, she is
on.
still FS1.
I think it might be. She was on there today too, so like.
Damn,
But
man.
I think two things can be true. I think he can be a scumbag for doing that. And I do understand what you saying. Because if he has sexualized these women in the past, and then you feel like that same thing happening to you, but you're just gonna say fuck it, do it, you become successful, and if this nigga try to flip on me, I'm gonna just flip on him. He's trying to fuck me, I'm gonna fuck him in the worst way. I get that. But at the same time, the same way we gotta weigh options, we can't just automatically assume that the man is fucked up. We don't know that about Mr. Dixon, do we?
That's true, but like my only point of this whole thing is look at what the world is automatically assuming. That's my only thing. It's not.
That's a fair point.
The latter.
That's a fair point.
The world is automatically assuming that Joy is that everything that they read is true. They didn't do that with Jay-Z though.
But Jay-Z shit had holes in it. But I saw how niggas acted when that shit dropped. I saw how niggas acted. Niggas didn't believe it from the beginning. They're lucky.
Never believed that shit with Jay. Even still, niggas don't believe. And the shit is still very active. It's not like a dropped case. Niggas just made a choice that
the thing about
Jay said was true, which is that bruh's after him and always been after him. Like you said, we weighing options. What about weighing the option that Jay could be wrong? What about that was a very good chess response from Jay?
I don't think Jay Gill. We don't, and you know this. That Tony Busby dude.
Yeah.
And then the witness having her shit all over the place.
She came out and said
it just kind of. Mm-hmm. But in the very beginning, I remember how I saw niggas tweets. I saw y'all response. Niggas that literally went to the end of the earth playing Not Like Us, because fuck it, that nigga might be a pedophile. We don't know. All that we don't know went out the window when it was your guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Fact. And that just goes back to the whole thing we've been talking about social media this whole time anyway, going back to the Baby album. So that is what it is.
It's the algorithm, bro. The algorithm is so powerful, bro.
And with that said, I would like to know what everybody thinks about this Joy Taylor thing in the comments. Put your thoughts down there. Because Terrance brings up a point that I didn't necessarily think about. I was ready to come up this Joy and talk about all the stuff that they're talking about with Joy Taylor. Terrance made me look at it a little bit different from a lens of what women have to go through to get to that level and how it's not always a clean road to get there. So put your thoughts in the comments. Terrance.
That's going to be episode 234. My bad, my camera died. I'm a little bit closer. That's going to be it for episode 234. Add it across, y'all. And it's going to get the same number that you're going to get when you add this year across. And I feel like everything we talked about in this podcast kind of comes back to that as well. The ninth letter.
It really does. It really does come back to you. Hopefully you got something from this. Yeah, hopefully you got something from this podcast. We back in studio next week. Hopefully. Barring we don't get any more snow. We got 10 inches of snow out here, y'all. My mom actually took her tape measure and measured down to 10 on the deck. Wow. So we got the full 10 in some areas. I don't know.
And you know they call them for 12.
When?
Well, they called for 12. So since she got 10, it's been snowing since we've been doing this. It's probably.
I thought you said they're calling for 12. I'm getting ready to say another day.
Yeah.
Christ. But big shout out to everybody in, where did we say? It was the, what is it, Ohio?
Ohio, man. Shout out Ohio State. Cash me out, baby.
It was Ohio that was 234, right?
Yes,
the area code?
In a bunch of different places.
Big shout out to y'all. Tapping with us Tuesday. Check out the Patreon, man. We got a lot of shit going. And if you don't have the Patreon, you see some on YouTube. We got singles dropping on YouTube this week. Probably you'll see those. If you're listening to this, you can just go over there and watch it. It'll probably be up, or it might be up later on today. So we got singles dropping. We got more shit coming. Stay tapped in with us. Terrance, you got anything before we go?
Nothing else, man. Hail to the Commanders, baby. Playoff bound. NFL picks. It's been great for those who tapped in NFL picks. But other than that, They say.
Oh yeah, T.
You hear
We
about
gotta
the
do our
COVID
Super Bowl
coming back?
bracket. Yes, I heard about that. That the bird flu just killed somebody or something like that. Something in
Okay.
Louisiana. It was one case of it in Louisiana. First confirmed death.
I will
Hopefully, we're
never
not about
forget
to
the
go through a
first
shit like that.
case of COVID. You know where it was at?
Seattle.
206.
I remember.
I'm about to go
It
up
was in
there and look
best.
at on like, the rich. Ain't she be like, the fuck he talking about?
But Terrance, we gotta do our playoff bracket video.
Okay, yeah.
That's the last of the picks. So we
Okay,
still got
bet.
that to come. But we out, y'all. Till next time, like, comment, share, subscribe. Oh, nah.